Hi, everyone. Here we are, the Blossom team, sharing our happy hour together. Everyone has their cup of tea or coffee or favorite choice of beverage. Very nice, very nice. Welcome. Thank you for being here. And today we have from our Blossom side, Diana, our program manager, who's saying hi. We have Gita, our marketing manager, and you guys know me, Carolina. And today we have two special guest speakers. Very excited about that. We have Alyssa Jacobson. She's a certified fitness trainer. She's saying hi. Yeah. And we also have Paula. She's actually Paula Suarez. She's actually from Ecuador, from where I'm from. She's she's a certified sleep consultant. So very excited to have her today sharing about a workshop that she's going to host at Blossom as well. And Alyssa is one of our instructors that teaches Get Strong, and she's also going to share a lot about that class. So I'm super excited. I might have to hop off a little earlier than usual, just in case you don't see me, but I leave you in great hands. My team is here and the two amazing guest speakers that we have been promising for a while. So Alyssa, do you want to go ahead and share about your class?
Yeah, absolutely. Hello, my class is Get Strong. This is the easiest way to remember, do your little bicep. And so how I started in the industry actually is about 10 years ago. For the last couple years, I did was marketing for mobile ads, which you can't get any more unfulfilling than that. That's what I always like to say. And so the reason I love doing fitness and wellness is just because I actually feel like I'm helping people, which is amazing. I'm a certified personal trainer and I have my own business. And so my clients range from age 11 to 90. Yes, I actually do have a client that's 90. I don't just say 90, he's really 90. And so I especially love helping pre-postnatal and all of you on your journey. It's one of the most satisfying things to help you through that and see you get stronger, whether it's before or after, and help that labor process and through those transitions that are, sometimes tough, and we make them a little bit easier. And so my class is on Saturdays at 11 at Mitchell Park. I just want to share a couple fun, fast facts about exercising on your journey. So a couple benefits, there's a little bit of a crossover. So during pregnancy, it can actually help shorten your labor to exercise with all that endurance and helping with that pushing through. It really can benefit you to do a consistent workout. If you've already been exercising, you can keep going at the same level with a few modifications, which is awesome. It helps your overall wellness, so we like to see that increase. That's awesome. And then also, if you're having low back pain, an exercise regime can actually help you strengthen the core, which can decrease the low back pain as their antagonists. So you want to strengthen the core and strengthen the low back because they help one another. So in turn, if one is weak, the other takes up a lot of the slack. And so that's really important. And then lastly, the class allows you to make really good connections with other moms who are on the same stage of their journey. And so that helps with your emotional well-being as along with the physical well-being, which is what we focus on. But, it's really fun to connect with other moms and exercise together. And then after your journey, it's a lot of the same impacts. But, even though it's really tough to leave your baby at this time, it's actually really good in turn because it increases your energy level and it decreases your stress, which can actually make you a more present parent and allow you to be active during that time with your child rather than always feeling tired and being like, oh, when's my next nap? We all want a nap. I want a nap all the time. Like, oh, Carolina could use a nap. I could use a nap. It's like whether we have a baby or not, we can still use a nap. And so it also increases your overall wellness, same thing as during your pregnancy. It can actually decrease your recovery time after labor with having a consistent exercise routine. And then again, you make that connection with other moms who are in the same stage. If you have any questions, you can always raise your hand, hop in, let me know. But those are some of the best benefits. I mean, they're multifold, way more than what I just said, but those are some of the critical ones. And then I just wanted to share a couple of tips on safety. And so as I mentioned, if you're exercising before your pregnancy journey, you can pretty much keep it up at the same level with a few modifications. Those being avoiding twisting movements, avoiding oblique, which is kind of the side body, anything where there's that rotational movement. And then if you're past your first trimester, avoiding lying flat on your back. And so you can always solve that by getting a nice little yoga block for your head or using a stability ball. And so there are always ways to modify exercises to do what you used to enjoy even before your pregnancy journey and continue it throughout. And then along with safety, you always want to listen to your body. And so if something doesn't feel right, I always say, hand stop, giant hand stop right away. And figure out what it is that your body's trying to say, because that's the safest way to guide on your exercise journey, is to figure out, what's my body just saying to me? Why is it telling me to stop? And then before you do any core work, which is a tenet of our class, core work is really important, as I said, to decrease any pressure on the low back, to help the pelvic floor, to help with your recovery. But you always want to make sure, if you're pregnant, you're pulling your baby up and in. I always say, pull the belly button towards the rib cage. And so that's because movements like planks and squats are a lot safer that way. And it just protects that area that you really want to be careful of. It's actually true to do that, even if you're not on your journey, just because it actually maximizes the impact of all those exercises and works the correct muscles. And then lastly, for safety, you don't want to forget that stretching and mobility work, because it's good to keep your range of motion as much as it was before, or, as close as you can, for your activities of daily living, just to make sure, if you want to reach something here, move this, pick this up, that, you're doing it just as well. And then the last thing I wanted to share is my favorite exercise on this journey, which is a squat or a sit to stand. A sit to stand is progression to a squat. And so anyone can pretty much do it. As long as you have a chair, you can do a sit to stand. As long as you have a body, you can do a squat. That's what I say. And the reason I love squats is because, first of all, it actually helps strengthen the pelvic floor, which is, everyone knows, very important. Second of all, it helps with our strength. And then third of all, it helps increase that range of motion and mobility that I mentioned. So you can either maintain that, or maybe, if you're an A+ student, super ambitious, you can actually increase that range of motion. And anyway, so that's the Cliff Notes version. I am obviously very excited about squats. I love to squat all the time. So that's just, a little tidbit, tiny little smidge of what you'll see in the class, but I'm always happy to share more in person.
Thank you. That was wonderful. And I'm wondering if you would be open to showing us what that sit stand looked like. And
oh, yes. Well, my rolling chair, I'm sure this is going to be very exciting. I'm in a soft room, I told you guys, at a gym I teach at. So
and that, yeah.
not expect a sit to stand on a rolling chair to happen today, but we're going with the punches. I just got to make sure my chair is low enough. So when you get your sit to stand, you always want to go on a slow descent. Let's pray I'm going to sit in this chair. So you go down, down, down. You stick your butt out first. Squeeze that belly button in and sit. And then as you stand up, you squeeze the glute, squeeze the belly button in, and stand back up. I'm actually really happy I made that one.
Nice.
So I think, thank you for that, Alyssa.
Yeah.
I just thought we should all do a squat for 1 minute.
1 minute? That's ambitious.
That's ambitious, right? I used to, when we were teaching prenatal indoors, we would do a chair pose against the wall with our backs and scoot down as far as every mom feels comfortable. But since a contraction is usually 1 minute, we were holding the chair pose like that. But again, it was only indoors with the wall because you have that extra support. Outside is a different story. After 2 seconds or a little more, the mommies already start looking at me like, please take us out.
I like the metaphorical nature. I'm always into, metaphors and comparing things during the workouts. Mine is actually for, emptying the garbage. That's getting all the tissue and fluid that are misplaced, using your massage gun or your foam roll. I call it emptying the garbage.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look at that. See,
I like that.
Right.
I have one of those. I have one of those. We just don't use it often, but now I'm going to be emptying the garbage because it sounds like a good thing to do.
I'm going to message you. I'm going to bother you. I promise you. Now
okay,
you told me that,
do.
you're doomed. You're getting an email a day.
I need that. I need that like extra push, which is why it would be great, because a lot of us, we fall off, and it sounds like your class would be, you have the motivation from you, obviously, and it sounds like a lot of fun. And then doing it with other moms where, you kind of like motivating and helping each other along and getting strong together, and then seeing progression with your newfound friends, right? Like I definitely am one of those who needs to do fitness with somebody. Like I will only do fitness or yoga because I'm in person with Carolina. Like doing it virtual is just, it doesn't work for me. So I love that it's something that people have as an option to do in person.
Yeah, we do yoga together on Wednesdays, every Wednesday at 8:45 a.m. And I also look forward to seeing Jita. It's very lonely when you're doing it online and you're laughing by yourself. You feel kind of crazy. So it's very nice to have her there with me. But yeah, Alyssa, I love your energy. Again, her class is at 11 a.m. on Saturdays. Please join her. Super excited. If you have any questions, reach out front desk. I think we are having everything posted on the website, so you can register through there, or you can just spontaneously join. Not a problem at all. Alyssa will be able to get your information and then send you the email so you can make the payment later. So no problem. Actually, we sent the email, but she lets us know.
I bring the chairs.
Oh,
You
sorry.
bring the slots, I bring the chairs.
Yeah.
Yes. Perfect. Thank you. Wonderful. Thank you. All right. So now it's time to introduce Paula again. So excited to have her here with us. And Paula's gonna talk about her sleep training workshop in Spanish. Like I said, she's from Ecuador.
Thank you, Caro. Hi, everyone. My name is Paula. I'm from Ecuador, as Carolina said. I'm a mom of two beautiful girls, Sofia and Martina. I learn every day from them. They are amazing. I was once a tired mom. The Sleep Sentence program helped me so much that made me want to help other families as well. So that's why I became a certified sleep consultant. I work with infants and toddlers, like from 0 to 5 years. I love sleep. I love sleep is the best thing to start your day. And I am convinced that rested families are healthier and happier families. So, okay, I will dictate different workshops divided by ages. Next week, we'll have the workshop for newborns. So it's going to be in Spanish. And that's why I will switch now to Spanish now to give you some details about it. Así que bueno, voy a continuar en español para contarles de qué se trata este taller. Yo siempre digo que el mejor regalo que le puedes dar a un bebé es que pueda dormir bien, empezar su vida durmiendo bien, y eso es lo más importante porque los bebés tienen una alta necesidad de sueño, necesitan dormir entre 15 y 18 horas cada día, es básicamente lo que hacen es comer, dormir, comer, dormir. Entonces, ¿qué nos pasa a las mamás? Llegamos con los bebés a la casa, en el hospital todo funcionaba perfecto y no sabemos ni por dónde empezar. Entonces, en este taller les voy a contar cómo funciona el sueño de los bebés recién nacidos, para que ustedes, en primer lugar, puedan entender a su bebé, saber cuáles son sus necesidades. Vamos a hablar sobre la comida, la dormida, porque eso es lo que hacen los bebés al inicio, comen, duermen, comen, duermen, comen, duermen. Y vamos a saber cómo manejar el día del bebé, cómo manejar las siestas, cuándo sabemos que es día, cuándo sabemos que es noche, qué pasa en las despertadas de las noches y cómo le vamos a ir enseñando al bebé a desarrollar hábitos saludables de sueño. Entonces, este es un programa que está diseñado para bebés entre 0, o sea, bebés incluso en la barriga. Normalmente en estos talleres se pueden inscribir mamás que ya están en sus últimas semanas de embarazo, hasta bebés de 8 semanas. Ya es un programa diseñado para esas edades y que se trabaja hasta que el bebé tiene 16 semanas. Prácticamente cuando el bebé hace la transición entre ser bebé recién nacido a bebé. Entonces trabajamos en un programa que los voy a explicar paso a paso en cómo vamos trabajando con el bebé de una forma flexible, en la que nos adaptamos al ritmo del bebé y obviamente al ritmo de la mamá también. Dentro del taller también yo les voy a contar qué es lo que pasa después, porque el sueño del bebé cambia mucho a partir de los 4 meses. Entonces les voy a contar qué es lo que viene después y cómo una vez que ustedes han estado trabajando en que su bebé desarrolle hábitos saludables de sueño, va a ser súper fácil que su bebé se adapte a los nuevos cambios de sueño que tiene. Que los 4 meses siempre se habla que hay una regresión en los 4 meses. Pues justamente cuando nosotros hemos preparado al bebé, el bebé pasa fácilmente esa regresión y este plan te ayuda a que tu bebé duerma bien de ahí en adelante. Entonces, yo les puedo contar, justamente recién me escribió una de las mamás que ha estado en mis cursos y que su bebé ya tiene más de 1 año y sigue durmiendo igual de bien. Entonces, es súper importante en el taller, yo les cuento cómo no solo desarrollar estos buenos hábitos, sino qué hacer para mantener los buenos hábitos del bebé y que una vez que el bebé sabe dormir bien, duerme tranquilo, puede conciliar el sueño en su propia cuna, dormir toda la noche cuando el bebé está listo para eso. Ustedes también pueden descansar, tener una vida normal y todos en la familia descansan. Los beneficios del sueño son increíbles para bebés y para adultos también. Entonces, por eso es que a mí me gusta tanto el sueño de los bebés, porque todos necesitamos dormir y en especial los bebés tienen esta necesidad súper alta de sueño y los beneficios que reciben cuando duermen son increíbles. O sea, segregan la hormona de crecimiento, fortalecen su sistema inmune, almacenan información. Entonces, son un montón de beneficios que necesitan los bebés, especialmente durante sus primeros años de vida donde están aprendiendo y desarrollándose. Así que eso era lo que les quería contar sobre el taller. Me encantaría tenerles ahí para compartirles toda esta información y que ustedes puedan empezar la vida de sus bebés durmiendo bien. Así que eso es. Si es que tienen preguntas, me encantaría responder a las preguntas que tengan para que puedan inscribirse en el taller.
Okay, thank you. Gracias.
That was wonderful. Muchas gracias, Paula. Estamos súper emocionados de que Paula va a poder presentar este workshop por Blossom. Estamos muy agradecidos. All her registration information is also on the links that were added by Diana. Thank you so much, Diana. If you have questions, reach out to us. Our team will be able to help out with any concerns, questions, feedback, anything like that. And if we don't know, we ask Paula.
Sure.
Before I ask you a question, I'm going to say, let's take a quick sip of our coffee because I didn't get that great of sleep last night. My 7-year-old still comes in the mornings. I might have to speak with you, Paula, about that.
Yeah, I know. I remember my kids didn't sleep. Adriana, my oldest one now, almost 12 now, she didn't sleep until she was 2. And my son arrived when she turned 2. So then I basically didn't sleep for 4 years because he was also not a good sleeper. I also had a sleep consultant at the end because I could not live anymore like a zombie and not remembering, did I turn off the oven? Did I leave everything in the house closed? Like, you don't know anymore what you're doing, what you're not doing, who you talk to. So when you're getting to that stage, you know, sleep deprivation is getting to you. And sometimes it's as simple as just also being moody. I mean, we all go through our emotions anyways, but we all have bad days. But if you notice it's becoming too much, and also like Alyssa said, when you take time for yourself, the self-care, then that helps you become a better mom. And sleeping is self-care, having a good night's sleep. So I definitely recommend you taking care of that and that sleep component in your life as well. It's huge. Because then you feel the energy to go out, to speak with friends, to do exercise. And again, it all reflects on how you can be there for your children. So yeah, Thank you so much. Let's have a little bit of our coffees, please.
In February, we did declare, and a lot of people are now declaring, as self-love, self-care month. And we did have a little challenge earlier in February. You can always go back and check that out on our Instagram on, things you can do. The first one was get rest, sleep. And I'm a little familiar with the classes and very little bit of Espanol. So I caught some of it. And what stood out to me, correct me if I'm wrong, Paula, but that it changes. There's no sleep solution, that's going to work from 0 all the way up to 5 years, right? Their systems change, their needs change. And I think that's why you have the workshops formatted in this type of way.
Yes. You can learn the basis of sleep, like when you work in a sleep plan. Babies learn how to sleep, but then they have a lot of changes, like you said, and there are a lot of challenges you will have. So, but when you have the habit established, you can work through it to pass every change of your baby and continue to sleep well. But of course, I don't speak the same language with newborns, babies, toddlers. They are all different. And when you start with a 2-year-old, is so much difference like when you start to a 6-month-old baby. So that's why I like to have separated by age.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then also, if I think about it, there's those phases where you get like a week of sleep and you're like, I got it, like it's working. And then everything just goes for a toss, and then you get tired again, and then you almost give up because, like, what's the point? And I'm just gonna trudge through this. And but it sounds like, you kind of have to work through those challenges. It's like a relationship, any relationship, right? We have to keep working at it.
Yeah, those challenges are like for like 1 or 2 weeks. So if you keep things the way they should, then after 2 weeks, everything is like normal again, and you can sleep. Like the first time, like your baby sleeps through the night, it's like the best night ever after you gave birth. So yeah, and that's something that I explain to my clients every time we finish a sleep plan. Babies are sleeping great. I have to explain them what is going to happen next and how they should manage all those challenges, or when they go for a vacation, when babies get sick. Those are things that are going to happen anyway. So it's important to cover all of those topics, so parents can have babies sleeping forever.
Like, yes, and it does happen. It does happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's important to establish those healthy habits. So that's why we have specialists like Paula helping us through this. And the earlier you get to it, the better.
Of course.
I just want to acknowledge, Alyssa, I think you have to hop off really quick. So just wanted to say thank you for joining us and sharing. And I'm going to try to practice that stand in between all of our meetings.
Whenever you have 2 minutes, Gita, whenever you, that's all you need. Even 10 seconds, honestly. I'll take 10 seconds. I negotiate down very quickly.
See, if we can fit in, like, and if you think about it, if we say this is self-care month, like I should be able to take 2 minutes to do a sit stand. I mean, right? So that's going to be my goal. And ladies, you guys have to hold me accountable, and I'm going to hold you accountable too. After our meetings, we're doing a 2-minute sit stand.
No, I think we should do this before the meeting.
Or before
then we put a timer for every 20 minutes, sit back up.
I like it.
And do a
and make sure you squeeze your belly button in.
Right?
Yeah, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the belly button in. I say navel towards the rib cage.
Got it. But
Thank
actually,
you for having me.
thank you. I actually think we are all going to be okay. We finished the whole round, so I think we could all actually hop off, unless I'm forgetting something.
No, I
No?
did have one more question for Paula. I just saw something
Sure.
on Instagram. It was something about day and night. And I know that's a big one that I usually hear, and especially when I brought my babies home, is the confusion of, you know, they end up sleeping in the daytime and then they're awake during night when you're ready to go to sleep. And I think you had something like a little tip about how that could...
At the beginning, when babies are born, like the first 2 weeks, they can confuse it. Like they sleep a lot during the day and they don't sleep during the night. But something that helps to regulate the biologic is to the sun. The sun helps babies to understand like when is day, when is night. And so after like 2 to 6 weeks, babies shouldn't confuse anymore that. Yeah, but if you have bigger babies, still it is important to take them out in the morning, in the afternoon, so they have a good production of melatonin, so they can like hold the whole night and sleep well and have this deep stage of sleep that they need so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a great reminder how important sun is for all of us as well. You know, getting some time outside, getting some sun.
Yeah, very healthy, part of self-care. This is why I love the classes outside, guys. I really recommend them. Huge difference. And in this is one of the positive things we could take from this experience of going through a pandemic. Actually, one is that we now teach on outside and take care of you know, the vitamin D that we receive, and be able to touch the grass, feel the wind, hear the birds. All that is a lot that helps our soul, and also part of self-care, like Diana said. And then also the fact that we can do a lot of this classes online. Like Paula from Ecuador is going to do a workshop for Blossom, with Blossom. So this is opportunity that we would have most likely not thought of unless we were pushed into this situation. So some positive.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. If you guys have any questions, reach out to the Blossom team. We're here for you, and we're very excited. Thank you again for tuning in. And there's a lot coming in March, so be ready, and salud. Thank you, Paula.